I think the main challenges facing black colleagues in educational research are both internal and external pressures. By internal pressures, I mean that we're often in the minority, we're therefore relied upon to deliver teaching on race, racism and ethnicity. I think that we are seen as the therapist for our white colleagues when it comes to talking about race. We're the ones that need to educate them. I think the students see us as a place of safety that puts on added pressure for a small minority of staff. I think the external pressures come with particularly what we've seen in the summer this year with the race riots across the country. Our black colleagues are dealing with that in their own personal lives every single day, and I think sometimes that's not recognised in terms of what we expect from them every single day.
There are two interrelated problems. One is a problem of access to research funding through funding councils, and two, when you go into organizational spaces, we're not viewed as having credibility or the same credibility as other researchers.
The main thing that's facing black colleagues in education research, I'm mainly in teacher education, is the lack of either taking it seriously or always seeming to start again. So we'll get so far and then somehow it gets lost in a maze of initiatives and policies and that, and then we have to bring it back. And it also gets lost in equality stuff. It sort of gets subsumed in it, so it gets hidden.
I think there are quite a few challenges. I think a lot of them are systemic. It's built in from our educational system and kind of us accessing this area, so getting into academia in the first place. I know I've been quite lucky to get funding for my PhD research, and I've got very supportive supervisors, even though they are not black professors themselves. But I do think access to this area is still a huge challenge for people from minoritized ethnic backgrounds. And I do think that kind of support and the championing of those academics, like promoting and citing their research, is still an issue. That even though people are trying to make changes there, I think bearing in mind how long these issues have been talked about and discussed, we should have been further along than we are now. So I think that's one of the main issues for black researchers.
Black colleagues who are researching race, ethnicity, any of those areas, have historically had challenges in terms of recognition of their work, people understanding what it is they're trying to do, and generally acceptance within the academic space. So I think recognition, I think, is an issue, and we don't have yet a critical mass of academics in the UK for us to firmly say that our work is fully established.
One of the issues or one of the challenges for black colleagues in educational research is, I think, even getting permission to do the research interest that they would like to pursue, because lots of people have a research interest, but because they have to go through their supervisors or the university, depending on funding, they have to either amend, tweak, twist what is their passion and interest.